Hey, you guys. So I wanted to jump on here and talk about perspective and the time that I got robbed. When I was younger, in my early 20s, I was a server, and I live in a household with about three roommates at the time who were servers and singers and hairdressers. We were all artistic. And as a server, you're not making a ton of money. You're able to make a living, but at that time, I had a car that the ignition was junky. Like every time I tried to turn on the car, it wouldn't work. It would take me, maneuvering it and messing around with it for quite a few minutes to get the car to work. And one time, actually, I was so frustrated. I was running a little late to work and I was trying to get the car to work and it wouldn't. And I threw out my keys and it hit the windshield and then it cracked the windshield. And I was just like, oh my gosh, life is horrible and it's so hard. And it was hard at the time. I had a roommate who her car, she had to pour like Coke on the car battery every morning to get it to work. And I didn't have a wallet or anything at the time. I used to use my waiter book to keep my money in. My other roommate, she was a server, and she used, instead of having a purse, she used like little, paper bags from Bath and Body Works or whatever to keep all of her stuff in. And why do I tell you all of this? Because one night, I had just gotten back. I was out of town for about 8 days and had come home. I was jet lagged. I was tired. And it was like the middle of the night and I heard this noise. And I thought it was my roommates. I thought they were welcoming back, like putting balloons in my room or something. And so I fell back to sleep because I was so tired. But alas, it was not my roommates making all that noise. I woke up to one of my roommates screaming, "We've been robbed, we've been robbed." So the noise that I was hearing were burglars that had broken into our house. And had been rifling through my room and all of our rooms. And as they tried to steal our stuff, the thing is they tried to steal my car. But because the ignition, they couldn't get it to work, they left my car door open. They left my car in the driveway. The other roommate's car, they tried to steal her car, but they abandoned it in the middle of the street because the car battery, like they didn't pour Coke on it. So her car couldn't go any more than, I don't even know, 50 feet, 100 feet. They left her car in the middle of the street. They went through my purse. They took my purse, but I had taken out my waiter book. So I didn't have a wallet. So I had a library card and whatnot. And I know that because somebody in downtown LA mailed back my purse. I don't even remember how they got my address, but they mailed back my purse. They didn't take my roommate's purse because it was a Bath and Body Works bag. Our TV they couldn't take because it was one of those like 100-pound TVs from the 70s where you had to actually turn it on and off. So all the things that were causing us problems at that time, or we were sad about, I don't have a wallet or a fancy purse, were the very things that saved us from total loss, or just, loss of our cars, of the things that we needed at that time. And so, recently I was just thinking about, things that are troublesome, that are hard, that I, can be sad about or upset about, are the very things that can actually be protective or beneficial to us in the end. And so I wanted to share that story with you to offer perspective. We go through hard times all the time. Life is not easy, it's very challenging. And sometimes those tough things like, not having my car work or having to put battery on the car, not having a wallet, those things are hard. They're very real. But at the same time, those very things could be something that stops something terrible from happening or prevents something terrible from happening. And so I share that because I know we all go through things, and I don't know what you may be experiencing. But I just wanted to put it out there that maybe the very thing that is troubling you or causing pain could be something that is protecting you from something worse. And I was curious. I wanted to know, what do you do with your thoughts or with those feelings when you are experiencing, my laundry machine's not working, I don't even have a laundry machine, or my refrigerator broke, my water heater broke, or just what do you do to shift your perspective from life is hard or life is challenging or nothing's working out? I have to reflect. I reflected on that time when we were robbed, because when the police came, they told us we were lucky that we didn't wake up, because there had been a string of burglaries in the neighborhood at that time. And they also told us, not having all of those things, not having a fancy TV, like we didn't even have a DVD player. We had one of those portable DVD players. But the police had told us that we were lucky that we didn't wake up. And so when I'm having these moments of frustration, sadness, self-pity, I reflect on that time. On how do you shift your perspective? Do you journal? Do you make a gratitude list? Do you call friends? Help me out. What do you do? So feel free to share with me in the messages, and also feel free to subscribe to my channel, Multifaceted Living, here at YouTube. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks.